Okay, let me go ahead and get my notepad out. Let's see. You didn't have any particular notes with your request. Um, do you have anything in particular you're looking for with this session, or just kind of general review?
I mean, probably mostly general, but usually I have the feeling mostly I can get ahead, especially against the enemy jungler. And so I feel like most of the games I'm probably stronger than the enemy jungler. And so I don't, but then I still lose often. So,
Right.
yeah, so I
Okay.
feel like in the early game, sometimes I manage to get a lead, but still it's hard to win.
So
Just any
I'm gonna
general
tell you
advice I
some
have for.
things that seem kind of nitpicky.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about them too much. I'll have like at the end I'll give you notes for the more important things, but it's just kind of things to
Okay.
keep in mind. For
Yeah, give me
example,
all you have.
yeah. So like level one, you don't need to actually level an ability until you intend to use it.
Yeah.
Because like let's say there's an invade or something that either you weren't expecting or whatever, you don't have the option now to start your stun, which can feel bad at times.
Yeah.
So
But is
just
like
yeah.
starting stun even an option when I'm playing Volibear? Because since during clear I had level E and then W, and I think if I would start stun in the jungle,
Yeah, it
don't
don't get me
isn't it?
wrong, it's gonna like mess with your clear, yeah. But it's like you at least keep the option there in case it's gonna turn to a first blood or
Okay,
something. Like it can be worth it.
okay,
But it's just more like a general concept of
okay,
if you're not gonna use the ability, why bother?
okay.
Okay. Anyway, let's turn it to red vision. Yeah, so what's the thought with pathing up this game?
I was trying to play for grubs, so the idea was if I start bot now, I usually full clear. If I do a full clear, then I'm way before 130. I'm at the top crab, and can then usually get that before the enemy jungler is there, and I have a level advantage on them. And then I'm pathing up again during the next clear and can play for grubs.
Okay.
That was the idea because I felt that's usually quite strong.
Well, the issue I have with that is that you can play for grubs regardless of where you start. Like you could path down twice, reset, and run to grubs. That's also an option. Um,
But don't they? But I usually feel like most often they get rushed when they spawn, and if I clear down twice, because once I finish the second clear, usually they are right spawning if I didn't waste any time. If I ganked in between clears or something. So I feel like if I cleared down twice, then reset to go grubs, then they'd already be gone, or at least they'd already be up for 30 seconds.
okay, so you're saying enemy starts bot side as well. They clear twice, and then since you
And then
started
they
top
just,
side, you reset, and by the time you're getting there, they're already on it.
yeah, yeah.
So, in order for that to be the case, one, as you said, if they even are on it, like if you're not there quite on spawn, they're not going to be finished with it. But then they're not going to have been able to spend their gold because they had to go straight into grubs. Like if they're doing that, because you're talking about they go clear, clear, and
Yeah.
then right grubs. So you should be winning the fight anyway, if that's the case.
I mean, because I could spend my gold from the second clear already.
Yeah, but we'll
Okay,
see. We'll see. Anyway,
okay.
the main
But
thing
where
that
would you have
I'm
started
concerned.
in this game? Where would you have started in this game?
Yeah, so I would start topside because I think you're not really going to get much done pathing into a Gnar lane. Like
Because you can
he's
just jump away.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm concerned about with the initial pathing is who am I most likely going to be able to gank, or at least what lanes are going to be fighting a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I definitely like pathing down because you're gonna have more options bot side to gank, but you can also always gank mid lane as well, regardless. So
Okay.
we'll see. Clear. Just kind of skipping through this, and then, yep, as you said, you're way before 3:30, which is great. Okay. That was a weird play by Nar there. I don't know why he did it like that. Yep, so the stun, good.
I mean, I should E more to the side, I see.
Yeah, but it's fine. You got the flash, that's what matters. Yep, that works. Get the scuttle. Okay. On Volibear, what are you buying first generally?
I'm usually going the AP build with the Rod of Ages and
Right.
Flicker Blade, and then I usually go the 850 AP item first.
Okay, so you're getting the blasting wand with
Yeah,
850.
if I can now.
Yeah. Which you should always have enough gold for that, unless like something weird happens.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm asking is because if you're gonna go for the scuttle, you need to have a good reason for it.
Yeah, like my reasoning, I recently saw a video and they said double scuttling is really strong because when I take top scuttle and then go towards the bot scuttle, first of all, I have the time for it because I can reset and then go for my bot camps or go for a bot gank, whatever comes up. And the opponent, the enemy jungler, can't do something bot side because I'm now blocking their ganks on the bot side of the map because I'm there taking the scuttle. So I was like, okay, it's free right now because I just saw him at the top scuttle and I took it away from him. So I can just go towards bot scuttle and also take it. He can't do anything bot side as well.
Okay, so I've got a few issues with that logic. Obviously, I haven't seen the video, so I don't know the full context. But when you do this scuttle, and then you do this scuttle, you cannot reset and get to your camps on spawn. It's not possible. Which means you are delaying your second clear, which means you're going to be hitting level 6 late, or really any level spike late. Now, it's true, yeah, technically, you are close to bot lane, so you can gank it, but that's going to mean that you're hitting your camps even later if you do that.
Yeah.
Now, if we compare that to this gank, where it was like a little bit before Scuttle or even right after Scuttle, you would still have time to reset, run to your Gromp, and you're there before it spawns. So it's, that gank, there's no downsides to doing it outside of like showing on the map.
So would you not go for the other scuttle then?
No. So the only reason you would go for the Scuttle, I mean, you can, to clarify, but the only reason you're going to do it is if you intend to clear again without resetting. Which Volibear
give
is
the other
not.
scuttle then to Trundle?
Yeah, that's fine. Let him.
Okay, but isn't the only upside I get then that I'm slightly fast on my second clear?
If you reset?
I
So
mean,
you're talking instead of doing Scuttle?
But if I reset now, am I that late to the Gromp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play it. It's already up. You're in base.
Okay. So you just, after I do the top scuttle, instantly reset?
Yeah.
And then go for Gromp?
Okay. Unless you have like a really good reason to stay. Yeah.
Okay, what would be a good reason to stay?
Like if I don't know, there's a 2v2 mid lane or something that you can double kill.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like it should be obvious if it's worth breaking. But yeah, so a champion that would like to do what you did, where they would stay and continue clearing, would be something maybe like a Lilia or an Evelyn, something that doesn't want to gank early, and would like the extra gold. But notice, even though you got the extra scuttle, your purchase is the exact same. So it doesn't make you any stronger. And this is something a lot of people don't know. Scuttle, the first ones, they give you only 20% XP because there's a nerf on it. Let me find it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, the first scuttles spawned have less HP, 80% reduced XP, and size. So this 80% reduced XP is one of the main reasons why it's not worth your time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. But usually the thing is, I thought I don't lose that much because usually on my second clear, I kind of catch up to my first clear from the spawns. If I would full clear now,
Mhm.
once I'm at Raptors, I anyway have to wait a few seconds before Crux spawn.
Yes. There is a way around that. What you could do. Now I don't know how fast the clear speed is. That would be something you'd have to like test. But some
Yeah.
champions, what they'll do is they'll go Raptors, Krugs, Red instead, and so then it syncs up well.
Oh, okay. So you only do that so the second clear syncs up with the
Yes.
first one? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but since Volibear doesn't have a way to jump walls, I don't know how much that's
yeah,
going to slow him down. So that would be something you need to test. If it makes you
okay.
late to scuttle, definitely don't do that.
Yeah,
Um, but that is an option to look into.
okay.
So we got. Okay, I like the gank idea here because they're already kind of fighting. So when you're pathing, what way do you like? Where do you want to click? Try to describe it as best you can.
Mm, slightly below the ash, probably.
So like right here.
Or like maybe more below. Like probably even more to the left and below. I'd click somewhere more up and to the right, but somewhere in that vicinity probably. Yeah, somewhere there. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a little bit better because let's look at where you see. Notice what you did there, where you like
Yeah, okay.
you
Yeah.
moved. Yeah, made your angle a
Yeah.
lot worse.
Yeah, okay, true. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Probably because I tried to dodge the boost
Right,
W. I
right.
mean, I
And the
didn't
reason
dodge it,
that
but
you had to dodge that way is because you were up against the wall from the beginning.
yeah.
And so like you have no option to like dodge in multiple directions. But
Yeah.
yeah. Either way, it looks like you still get the kill, so it's all good.
Yeah. But usually I find it hard to decide, for example, in this situation, I'm on my Gromp and I have all my camps respawning to decide if I should go for the gank. Because I have basically 3 camps up, because if I clear up, Crux are also up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I don't get anything bot there, it feels really bad.
Yeah, it definitely does. Let me try.
So I'm not sure if it's even correct for me to go bot there or if it's just something, okay, I got lucky here, but technically this wasn't a good play.
I think it's good because they're fighting, but if the Ashe was not hitting Leona, it would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the opposing bot lane's perspective, it makes no sense for them to do what they are.
Yeah.
Because like they have already crashed the wave, they have no reason to walk up.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're gonna give it to you for free, absolutely take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, back to clearing.
Yeah, here I was thinking I'll just give grubs because I don't have top nor mid prior.
Mm-hmm. It's good that you did that, but the decision obviously is late.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
time burned.
Yeah.
That's good. You can grab your blue and then look to play for Drake. You gotta wait for your bot lane to push a little bit though. Yep, it's good. No, I don't want to see this though. Okay. You have hit Volibear's big spike, his level 6.
Yeah.
Your immediate thought anytime you hit level 6, you should be looking at the lanes and thinking, who can I dive? Because notice, enemy bot lane is not level 6 yet.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you're doing it quickly, like as soon as you hit 6, you're looking for a play, it's going to work out. But if you delay it by doing Gromp
Mm-hmm.
or any other play, they're going to hit 6, both of them, especially Ash will hit it eventually. And then it gets a lot harder to get anything done. Oh, this is Like okay to look for, but
I thought it's good because we have Malzahar ult, but
yeah, it's gonna sync it up a little better. Okay, you have no mid pro now, so you gotta go back to farming. This feels awful. It's not that Volibear necessarily has a problem with getting farm, but it's not his ideal scenario. Much rather be
yeah.
fighting. Okay. Is this gank good?
I felt like it's low opportunity cost because I have nothing up. And I mean, technically, maybe they could go Drake, but I mean, I feel like, of course, Na can jump out, but also if he's inting, he dies, and I don't lose much for it.
Yeah, so the reason the gank is good is because he has a reason he needs to walk up. He wants this wave, and even if he
Yep.
does try to jump out, he has nothing to jump onto. There's no minions coming.
Yeah.
So the gank is good. I like it. As long as we talked about before. Wait, am I tripping? Okay, there is a minion wave. My apologies. Either way, the gank still works, but I am dumb for saying that.
Okay. I think we even kill him there, or do we? I think we kill him there, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. He gets a flash.
Oh no, we don't.
Is this warded? So, yeah, okay. I mean, even then, it's not a bad gank. I just said it's a very low opportunity cost, so I'm all good with it. Using the ult feels kind of bad, but him having no flash is
Yeah.
great.
I thought since Malzahar doesn't have TP, I have to take another wave,
Yep, that's good.
since it's golden XP.
Mm-hmm. TP's in. I like the Drake Star. Oh, and you even pulled it. Good. Excuse me while I fight Riot Games. There we go. I have to like constantly change it from full screen to borderless so the FPS doesn't drop to 60 for no reason.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I was pinging Malzahar here and was waiting for him to come before we fight.
Yeah, this is good. I like it. It's really good patience.
And then I was checking if his top cams are up, but they weren't.
Yep. So all looks good. Resets. You don't have ultimate for a while, so you're back to farming. Should be a kill. Nice. I'm hoping what you do here after you clear this wave. Oh, okay, I don't like that. Alright. So it's good that you brought up the term opportunity cost here, because this is a fantastic example. One, this turret's gonna die anyway. So if you kill the Jinx, what does she lose? Or what do you gain at least?
I mean, I gain the kill gold,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, you probably want to say that I lose the wave. But do we lose the wave?
No, you
Because
get the wave
actually
because the
the
turret's
tower
gonna die
dies,
soon.
so
That's
yeah.
fine.
So I don't see I lose that much. I mean, maybe I'm a bit slower on my camps, but
I'll give you a hint. Drake spawns in 45 seconds.
okay. So you think I'm late for Drake then?
No, you won't be late, but you're gonna have no ult.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, your cooldown is too long to burn it on a solo kill like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, anytime you're using Volibear ult, if you're not getting a really big bounty, it needs to be on either a dive or some kind of significant team fight.
Mm-hmm.
But this for 300 gold does not feel worth it at all, and you didn't even kill her, so that feels ugh, that's really bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you have to give the Drake. Yep. Assuming the enemy team actually goes and takes it, because they know you have no ult. There we go. You were punished.
But don't I kind of have to give the Drake anyway, because I have all my top camps up?
No. No. So if we go back, here. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's here.
So here I just let the tower die, presumably.
Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Um,
Take the wave, I guess, mid.
yeah, so you
Start
take the
killing her.
wave, and then you can like help your teammates push out. You play for Drake. If Trundle goes for your topside camps, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just kill somebody bot side.
Okay.
Because
So
that
I'll
means you're
just
not
leave my
having to
top
use
camps
ult to
up.
kill the Drake.
Okay, so I'll just leave my top camps up and play for Drake instead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And I'm fine with him taking my top side then.
Yeah, you can just take Drake and then take his bot side camps or kill one of his teammates because you're going to have a numbers advantage since you know that he's busy killing your camps.
Mm-hmm.
And also think of it from the Trundle's perspective. Is Trundle the type of champion that wants to power farm all game?
Probably not.
Nah. Even if he gets those 3 camps, it's not like he's going to magically start one-shotting people. He's a Trundle.
Yeah. I feel like oftentimes in my elo, people don't farm as much, and then if I at least get constant farm income, then I'm usually quite a lot stronger than them. I mean, in this game, for some reason, everyone is farming quite well. I don't know why that is, but usually I feel like you can gain a significant advantage by just farming well.
Yeah, that is true. Especially in lower elos, having high income is great. But at the same time, you only need the high income for specific fights. Like, for example, if you're at a Drake fight, you don't need you care more about the second item spike than like 2.5 items. Same thing with the third item spike. Like the full items you care about. So if it's something where if for the next fight you're not gonna be able to finish your item, then that does feel bad. But if you're not like right there on the edge, 100 gold off or something, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because if you can use like as I was saying, if you win a team fight because he went to go do camps, the gold income you're gonna get is probably gonna be higher anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, back to bot side. This is fine. Mostly looking to hover your teammates here. Okay. You look a little lost.
I mean, I had nothing up, and I was just basically checking for opportunities to get something.
Mm-hmm.
I think is what happened here. I was thinking, okay, mid, there's no reason for them to step up because there's no wave currently.
Yeah. So the mid wave you're still waiting on for your teammates to clear, which is why I said you can kind of like hover and then see if anything happens as the waves connect.
Yeah.
But yeah, waiting around is good. Just I don't want you to be this far from your teammates.
Okay, I was just thinking, okay, Grump is the next camp spawning, so I'll just hover around there. I'm not sure what Silas is doing.
Yeah.
Maybe he pushes up and I can kill him with Maza or something. Yeah, I think I was looking for Silas to keep pushing, but he wasn't.
Yeah, it's good to look there. Realistically, that's going to be a bit greedy from Silas, but it's a good look. Okay, so something has happened. Your bot laners have wandered towards top lane. So what does that mean for you?
I mean, what I saw there was, okay, I see they're making plays topside, and there's no way I can get there in time, so I was like, okay, I can at least try to invade his bot jungle. I mean, do we know there that the bot camps are not up, or is that only the spectator thing?
That's spectator. I'm not sure
Okay.
what information you had in the game.
Okay, because I think in the it at least showed they might be up the bot camps.
Yeah.
So I think my reasoning was I can't get top in time anyway, so I can at least try to take his bot jungle or something. That was the idea, I think.
So what I would rather you do, you can like push midwave because there's one coming in. You can clear that and then move top. So what is making you think that like you're not going to be there in time for top lane?
I was just thinking I'm so far away, and either they make a play on this wave now, top, and try to dive the what's he called, set, or they don't and just go out. And in both scenarios, once I'm there, it's already done. That was my.
Let's actually see how much time you had. So you start, you do Gromp, then it would be about like you would hit
here
the
I could
plan.
start, yeah.
Yeah.
Walking top.
So I think part of it's like you went for the scuttle, but we'll even
But
give
here,
you
Scudder still feels okay, no? Because, I mean, yeah, my bot lane is moving topside, but doesn't look like they're gonna slap their faces now.
Yeah, right now it's not too bad. Like it's okay. So we'll say like 18-14 now would be the time that you would move.
Yeah, because I see Trundle, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you could argue like definitely this would be over. But the point that I'm getting at regardless is that if you do these camps, the opponent or your opponents aren't really pressured at all because you're not here to like threaten anything. So prioritizing camps early is really good, but in mid game, the only time you want to be farming is when you think there's no pressure on your teammates at all and like they don't want to be pushing something out. Whether that's like they're in base or they just finish pushing, that kind of thing, then you could go farm. So like if you genuinely think during this game you're like there is no way there's a fight happening here that I can impact at all, then sure, I'm fine with the farming. But I do think you could definitely be here and be a little bit more useful.
Okay, so even if I'd have a few camps up, but as long as my team is doing something there, I should be with them.
Yeah. You don't need to like show on the map, but you need to be nearby so that if a fight occurs, you'll be there to turn it.
Okay. When as a heuristic is like that mid game point where that starts to be more important?
Roughly 15 minutes. But it's gonna be whenever teammates start rotating a lot more. Like they're no longer just in their individual lanes. They start to move more towards objectives, that kind of thing. And usually you're going to be prioritizing your farm less. Especially if you've already got your core item and you're building into your second as Volibear. Like you're already pretty strong.
I mean, I feel like the build really gets going once I have the Flicker Blade as well, but...
Oh, the quick blades? That's not bad. I will give you that. It's still like a good spike to play for, but you got to make sure you're there for important fights. And like one thing you can do, like let's say your teammates are topside, you can always farm your Krugs. Like I'm not saying don't farm at all,
Yeah.
but just try to farm whatever is nearby, or wait for scenarios where it's safe to do so. Should be a kill. Nice. Here Malzahar pushes, and then this is a great time to farm. I like this because your teammates are resetting, so you can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
As long as you tell the Zarya not to end here. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then now, as they're like looking to actually push, then you need to move. So right after this
Yeah.
red. Yep, it's good. Your team is strong, so as long as things are played normally, it should work. Malzahar getting caught's not great.
Here, I think my thought process was like, okay, now it's kind of lost because we're 4v5. I was trying to go out, but then they were going in one after the other.
Yeah, I like the thought process. I'm trying to see if there's anything you could really do to prevent it. Outside of maybe pinging, but your Malzahar really just screwed up here. It is what it is. Yeah, just like maybe tone him not to do this is the best you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Ult at a Trundle in melee range.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like you even careful ping, so you did what you could. That's an unfortunate one. But hopefully there'll be better opportunities pretty soon.
I think I was scared of them going Nash there.
Yeah. Let's go check.
I think I'm checking there again.
I like that you're using the E. That's good. And you need to be running straight to top lane. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because your set's pushing here. What is the enemy team? We'll put in blue vision. What are they thinking right now when they see Set pushing that wave and they like he shows on this wave?
I mean, probably they want to collapse on him.
Yeah.
And I think I was even covering that. I'm not quite sure. I don't fully remember, but I think I might even want to cover that. I'm walking back out again, apparently.
It looks like you were. You left a little bit early, but as long as that was the reason you walked there, then that's great. And you go back mid lane. Set rotates with you because he has the wave pushed out.
I think I was looking for their bot lane to extend for some.
Yep.
Maybe they ain't.
Yep, that's fine. You're not really in a rush right now. Just waiting for someone to mess up. Okay. I like the idea of looking for a fight here. This is good since they show top. Is there a reason you backed off?
I'm not sure why I backed off. Maybe I was scared. I think I maybe wasn't sure who is in their jungle.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we saw that many. I think we saw top, we saw Trundle and Na, but I'm not sure. I wasn't sure where the bot lane was.
Yeah, so you knew Jinx was nearby, and then Ashe showed here, but as you said, maybe you didn't notice because you were
I
focused
didn't
on this.
notice that
Yeah,
probably that Ash was there.
yeah. So it's like, if you're spam pinging the Leona to go in, and then you're going in here, I really like this play. But yeah, if you don't notice them on the map, then that play makes more sense, unfortunately.
I think here I went to check Baron again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they just did it.
Yep.
Not sure
So,
if I go for a steal there.
can you realistically get the steal?
I'd give it like a 40% chance.
Right. So what happens if you go in, die, and you don't get the steal?
Yeah, then it's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really bad.
But I feel like the upside, if I get it, is insane.
Well, then you have 3 Barons on your team, and they have a, what, like 40
They
second
don't
window?
get it. But
Yeah, yeah. They don't get it, of course. But you're burning a lot to go for this, is basically what I'm getting at.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is gonna feel bad. Oh goodness. Your teammates got baited into. So, what I would rather you do, since it's not super reliable on you landing the steal, because I think you don't even have... Do you have vision? Okay, they didn't kill the ward, so I guess you do have vision at least. Just kind of mistimed it.
And without vision, I wouldn't have gone for the steal.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, what I'd rather you do is accept, like, your teammate's dead, you can't do anything with the position they
So
have,
just give
and push
it.
mid.
Okay.
You push mid lane, and then you get someone else to push top lane. What does that do for your team?
I mean, they take longer to make use of their Nash, I suppose, because
Yeah,
they can't push the waves
exactly.
that fast.
So,
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna flip it, I'm all for flipping it if, like, the lanes are deep pushed into their side and there's not a huge risk. But if you
Mm-hmm.
die here with where the waves are, it's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be pretty.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Because yeah, you should lose. Well, thankfully they didn't do anything with that, but you should lose 2 turrets a minimum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Farming here is fine. You're near your teammates. They're under the turret anyway. I like that you're moving with your bot laners, but if you're going to do this, that means you need to tell the set to move as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's kind of on his own there.
Does he have TP the set? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. That is a valid question. Yeah, if you had TP, it's not quite as bad. Pick's good. Ooh, she lived. Yes. Yeah, but you're pushed in. It's gonna be tough. Gonna lose Drake anyway. Okay. Get a tier 2 and a kill. It's not the worst, but definitely behind now.
I mean, in hindsight, it was kind of good that set pushed, right? Because they are at Drake anyway, and we can't contest it.
Yeah, ended up working out. I think it was a lot more doable if set reset when he was supposed to. But if you're not going to fight for it, it is definitely better, yeah.
Oh.
Is this fight good? Yes? No?
I mean, I think my thought process was I don't know where the rest of their team is, if they are in fog of war behind them, but I would like to at least. You're right. I
Yeah.
think the idea was I'd like to at least cover it if they go in. And yeah, they're all there.
Yeah.
So at
So
this point, once I saw them, I was like, okay, if they dive it, then I'm there to cover it, but otherwise I don't want to play it.
completely agreed. Yeah, you hit the plant, you see how many people are there. As you said, if they're all there, you're just keeping people alive, so you can look to turn here. Yep, I like this. Get in there. It's a good turn.
I kind of auto-decked the minion there, I think. But
Excellent. That was really well played by you. Get midwave pushed. Good.
in these situations, I'm not so sure if I should, because all my camps are up. If it's efficient if I recoil first and then clear them, or if I should at least clear them I'm near to. Because my thought process is like, if I reset first, then I'm gonna clear them faster. Because I have more items, I deal more damage to them. But if I clear them right now, then they respawn earlier. And also, if I reset first, then I can react better to things happening, and I already have items.
That's the reason. Yes. You want to reset because if there's a fight, you can move. If you do
Okay.
camps, then you're forced to reset even if it's bad.
Okay, so it
Oh,
was
yeah.
correct to reset there, even though I was near the Gromp. That was
Correct.
basically up. Okay.
Yes. The only reason you would stay is if you need an extra little bit of gold to finish a crucial
Yeah.
item. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So while all this is happening, I'm looking bot lane. Do you know why I'm looking bot lane?
Maybe to see if they go on him, so we can do Nash. If I see
Yes.
more than 2 people, for
Exactly.
example.
So as soon as you see a second person, you should be pulling the trigger, like now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're a bit late, right? I think I'm even going for it there, but probably a bit late now because he's already dead.
Yeah, ideally it'd be earlier. It's still doable though.
Yeah, here
Especially.
was.
Go ahead.
I think we were doing it then, but I think I was calling it off because it got too frisky. But let's see it. It might
Yeah.
have been a different game.
One thing to keep in mind, you have two smites up, so you can smite at the beginning and smite at the end.
Ah, yeah, true. I didn't think of that.
So
We
that can
don't see the
definitely
health
help.
bar.
Let's see. Yeah, because it's bugged. It's at 1,500 HP currently, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
you guys got it, but it got messy.
I think they got it, no?
Oh, did they? My bad.
I think they did, yeah.
Let's
I think
see.
because Chandler is also there, and then no, we got it. Okay, we got it.
Yeah, you did. You did. But
Yeah.
obviously it feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this situation, there's a few things wrong. One, it's okay. The first one's not completely under your control outside of telling your teammate to do it. You need vision in this brush.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing is going to apply if it's like you're doing, let's say, Soul Fight or an Elder Dragon. This actually, yeah, there's a control right there. Exactly where you'd want it. Because then you know if people are coming in to fight and you can look to turn.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we can't realistically turn because we're one man down.
You can. You can't if you know how many people are entering.
Okay, yeah,
But and also like it's gonna take the other two that went bottom a little bit of time to get there, so you
yeah.
can look for it. But yeah, ideally, as you said, you would try to just do the Baron. So that comes down to either using two smites or having the vision and then deciding if you're gonna fight it out or not. Because I would rather you lose the Baron and win the fight than this situation. This feels really bad. Oh wow, this is 43-minute game. I like this play. Well, we're starting to. I was hoping you were looking for a pick on Silas on this next wave.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're trying to protect Malzar here. Is that the thought?
I'm not 100% sure anymore. I thought that Silas wouldn't push up because he doesn't know where I am. But I totally see that I can go for that because it doesn't do anything if I'm mid there.
Okay, I got the slap. Good.
Yeah, the ult was a bit unfortunate, I suppose.
Yeah. That was a good try. You're in a pretty tough spot because, like, they've got two inhibs and Zeri has to go clear. So it's not a bad look, but just in a tough spot. As you said, like if you're a little bit more patient with your ultimate, try to wait for set. Maybe you can win this fight.
I thought the Leona ult would hit the Jinx, so I
Yeah.
was ulting on that.
Yeah. It's a good try.
But I mean, here the game is already kind of hard, I suppose.
Yeah. So I'm not really worried about the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. And I'm gonna copy paste these to you. Welcome to read that and ask whatever you want, either about the points or anything separate if you want to go back through something.
Oh, I mean, I can see most of this, I think. Their teammates, yeah. 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 Yeah, I can see that. But still, I felt like this game felt really rough because I feel like overall I've done actually quite fine. Still, it was unlucky. But I feel like a lot of my games feel that way. But I feel like since the recent games, I feel like I had quite the abysmal win rate in gold elo.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like there has to be something that's quite wrong for that to happen. Like it feels like I'd have to make bigger mistakes than so I feel like these are mostly small things. You know what I mean?
Kind of. Um, yes, I mean, your ult usages definitely wasn't small. Like, not having ult on Volibear is very big.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, I get how it can feel small, but part of that is because of, like, there were so many situations where either you didn't have vision of something or you weren't telling your teammates to do anything. Like you weren't leading them at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand the feeling though, of feeling like you're not doing, especially if you go purely off KDAs. Like your games don't look that bad KDA wise. But
Okay,
if every
mostly
time,
I feel like I'm quite strong in the games. Like
yeah,
also in this game, I felt quite strong. I feel like I have the agency theoretically, but then things happen. Like for example, a Drake fight where it's unfortunately Malzahar gets caught, and it happens quite often. I feel like I want to play for an objective, and then but someone gets caught, and we have to call it off, or I go for the disadvantaged fight.
yeah.
And
But in that scenario, like if we go to that one specifically, I think it was like, was it this one? No. Do you remember which Drake it was?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, it
Is
is
it
this one.
the
Okay.
was it the second one? Yeah.
So yeah, Malzahar died, and this one is what it is on that. But notice, like, for one, we don't have any waves pushed, so
Yeah.
we're already in a bad spot. But then
Mm-hmm.
also, you don't adjust to the fact that Malzahar died well enough. Like, you're not turning that into an opportunity to go push mid.
Mm-hmm. So you mean while they do Drake, I should be mid and push mid?
Yeah, you go mid, or you can go,
Yeah.
like, walk into their top side, get vision, or take camp, something. Literally anything but
Yeah.
this outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the biggest thing you'd say would be my ult usage.
For sure. It's
Okay.
definitely your ult usage, and then making sure that you're constantly getting some kind of advantage. It can be through camps. Like there are a lot of times where camps is the correct play, especially in the early game. But then after that, you're looking for picks. Like anytime waves are meeting and you think your opponent's going to be looking for that, trying to get those picks. And you were doing that sometimes. Like you were hovering teammates, but you were a little bit late on the decision, or um, you just kind of committed at the wrong time. But if you were getting those picks, it would be really impactful.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot of things that were surprising for your elo, um, but then obviously other mistakes you did were pretty significant too. That were normal for the elo, so it's kind of odd to see.
Okay. So the number one thing for me would be to take care that I have my ult up for important fights and don't
Mm-hmm.
just use it on a solo kill. And like cover my laners more in the mid game.
Yep, using them as an opportunity to either at least keep them alive, but also to get picks because your opponents want to kill them, and if they don't know you're there, they're going to take the fight and lose it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't show,
Yeah.
that's the important part.
Yeah. All right. I will try to do that.
Sounds good.